What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we have a Yamaha G29 Golf Cart purchased off of Facebook Marketplace for around $1,000. And for $1,000, what do you expect? Well, this is what we got. It's missing the front left headlight. It's missing the right rear tail light. The windshield no longer latches. Not sure what's up with that. And the driver's seat, it's in pretty bad shape too. On today's video, we're going to fix all three of these things with some parts from 10LOL. So let's get this video started. So these are the 10LOL parts we're going to be replacing on the golf cart. This is a new two-piece design windshield. It's got a new style hinge. I can't wait to get that together and see exactly what that looks like and how it fits and everything. We have some diamond stitch seat covers here that we're going to place onto the cart. And they got Velcro latching on the very back of there. It's almost like a spandex fitment as well. These are the covers for the front seats here. That's how they come packaged. And this is the headlight kit. We opted for the turn signal kit. Got new LED headlights. It's got new LED tail lights on there as well. It's the turn signal kit, brake pad, column cover. Got your instructions. It's got your turn signal stalk there and harness. It has everything to install as far as the headlights go. Even has the horn and the main harness. Everything is just boxed, packaged very nice inside this box here. I previously opened up the box to take the things out to show on camera. Everything was bubble wrapped to begin with though. But yeah, that's it. What we're gonna do is pull the golf cart into the garage and get started. Now, as much as I would love to say this is mine, this isn't mine. This belongs to my cousin. He found the deal. It didn't have any batteries in it, and he had some old batteries and he put them in it. The cart seems to run out fine for what it is and what it looks like. But on today's video, we're going to get the seats redone. We're going to put the new windshield on it and the new light kit on there. It's kind of a new design from 10LOL. It does not have a hinge on it. So it's got a hinge that's going to be on both sides. And it says here, this is going to go at the bottom, and it says the inside. See, it lists some down, inside. So it's going to go like this right here, and we got some rubber pieces we're going to put in here and bolt that together. So that's going to take a 10mm wrench to get that going. Now the lower portion of this windshield is installed. I'm going to go ahead and remove this plastic from the back side of the windshield here. Now this is the old window here, and unlike this old style hinge here, the 10LOL hinge actually comes in two different pieces, and it's right here. This is one that's already on the upper part of the windshield itself. We're just going to slide the other part of the hinge onto here before we connect it to the golf cart front frame. These are the actual hinges, and on this design here, this inside portion of the hinge will mount onto the front upright just like the lower one did as well. Now they included two of them in the kit here. So you got one for the right side, one for the left side. Once we go ahead and slide those on, get them clipped into place, we should be good to go just to install the rubber mounts for the very top and for the bottom itself. Now we're going to adjust these right here, upper brackets down some. I'm just going to slide them all the way to the base. That way they will fully open and close, just like that. Next thing we need to do is install these pieces of rubber here. They go through this slotted area. Now there's a front and a back to the slotted area. Both's got to fit in there. And then this one piece wraps around, holds it in place when it's in the up position. I will say that you might have to get a small flat bladed screwdriver to help slide this right here piece through the windshield itself, but just take your time, it will go. So next thing we need to do is to get these bumpers down here in place. Once we fold the windshield down, it'll have a spot to rest and it shouldn't rattle either. I'm gonna go ahead and put the big end first. Grab a flathead and push it the top in there. And it just clipped into place. So I went ahead and took a pair of scissors and I cut off all the old vinyl that was curled up, so the new covers won't have that underneath it. So we're gonna put the new covers on next. So I think these covers are designed to fit over the entire seat and the seat bottom. And I think this back here is gonna be the rear. It doesn't say rear. I just think that's the rear. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the seat itself from the golf cart, put it down on here, and then we will try to maneuver it in a way and get it on it. There's no buckles or latches on the side of the seat. And this looks like it was cut out for this bracket there. That does not look bad at all. Might spend a little bit more time down here trying to get this right here slack out of here. But that's a quick seat cover install there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What do y'all think? Let's place this back on the golf cart and see what it looks like. Seat's back in place. I think that looks pretty good. So this bottom seat turned out looking pretty good. It just fits over it, covers, attach the buckles, tighten them up, and it's done. I'm gonna do the same thing to this back here, except I'm not gonna take it off the golf cart, do it. I'm gonna leave it on the golf cart and attach it that way. All right, we're gonna install the seat back covers next. They have the elastic band around the inside of it. We just need to get it started on one side, attach it to the other side, buckle the straps together and tighten it down, and that's it. Now you can sit back and adjust this as much as you want here. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just come back here where I can see it, get these straps in the buckles. All right, one's done. I'm just gonna tighten it up. See, it's starting to get tighter on me. What I'm doing is I'm taking the extra strap. Now you could probably cut those if you want to. I'm taking them and tucking them behind the seat back here so you don't see that. And we're done. Got like a little bit of slack right here. You can pull the drawstring up to tighten it, and then bring this buckle down a little bit more. Take some of the slack out there too. The elastic band will hold it in place. Once you get one side on, go ahead and put the elastic band around the opposite side here. We're gonna attach the straps to the buckles here at the bottom. Very simple, anyone could do this. You know, no tools required is even better. Once you get it on the buckle, just gonna pull it tight. There they go, they're installed. All right, so it's a new day. We're gonna tackle the lights, but first we went ahead and did the windshield and the seats last night. One other thing I was thinking about on this windshield here is most aftermarket windows are weak in the center, but I think this right here is gonna be stronger since both of the pieces right here have like, they're bent inward. I think that's gonna provide some strength on this windshield here that most do not offer. Seats look pretty good too. I just pulled this packaging out on the headlight kit. Now, ours already has a headlight kit on there. It's missing one headlight. But if yours needs headlights, well, this kit has the headlight cutouts. And you see, majority of it's already cut out there too. That's for the tail lights, and that's for the headlights. And then they give you a driver's side and a passenger side. Or actually, you just flip them over for each side. But that's good to know there. We have some instructions here about how to wire it up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start disassembling the rest of the lights on the golf cart. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this old turn signal here. Looks like it's seen its better days anyway. And start installing this one here. Now, it looks to be plug and play, but I'll try to record, you know, each step of the way for you guys and show you exactly how well it's going. Let's get started. All right, so I got finished pulling the rest of the headlights and taillights out of here, or actually the one headlight and one taillight. This is a good upgrade. This is the old incandescent style taillight here, and that's the new LED. It's gonna be much brighter. This would be the step where you would want to go ahead and cut out your light holes. Since these light holes are already cut out, I decided let's, you know, check the template anyway. You got a right side and a driver's side. To go to your driver's side, just gonna flip it over. See here how that fits fine there. And you go to the other side and flip it over like that and measure it. Now, since these light holes are already cut out here, I think what I'm gonna do is just clean up this area with some Windex and get it nice and clean before we put the new tail lights and headlights in it. All right, to get started on this install, I'm gonna go ahead and install this turn signal stalk here. It has your horn on it with your lights and everything built in here. The mounting brackets that goes around the steering column here, they were not on this right here piece when I took it out of the box. They were actually in the bag with the brake light switch right here. So look there if they're not here. I'm gonna go ahead and get these on. I had the hardware there as well onto the steering column. Next, you can go ahead and place your cover on there. All right, so I went ahead and mounted the stalk here. I ran the wire down the column, installed the column cover, ran the wiring harness and everything inside of the glove box here on the Yamaha. There was a switch down here that didn't go to anything, so I removed it, mounted the hazard light switch here, there. This was already connected to the turn signal stalk, so I didn't do anything special there. So I have everything in here. Next thing we need to do is install the front headlights, wire them up with this harness here, run the wiring harness towards the back. We need to mount the horn, mount the brake pedal, get power and ground, and we're done. We'll cover each step along the way. Now, as far as the horn goes, it came with two nuts. I put one nut on first, put both of the brackets on, and put the other nut on and tightened it up. I think I'm just gonna mount this somewhere behind the dash above the wheels. Then I'll just use a self-tapper to securely mount it in place, then attach those two wires, and that'll be done as well. Now, since the self-tapper that I'm using isn't magnetized, I went ahead and took some blue painter's tape, taped it to the socket, so when we go to drill into the frame, the screw won't pop out on us. So this right here is what the horn looks like once it's in place. The horn wire is going to be your black and purple wire. Don't get that confused. There's going to be a red and blue wire that's on the wiring harness, but that is going to be for a switch for the headlight in case you didn't use the ultimate kit. But remember, black and purple for the horn. It doesn't matter which polarity it goes on. The purple will work and the black will work on either terminal. Now I pulled up the mat. I pulled out the metal cover that's going over the accelerator pedal and the brake mechanism. There's a hole at the back right, or the front right. Back there, you see that hole? I routed the brake wires in through there. I have them attached here with just the bullet connectors. Remember, we're not going to use the black wire there on this install here. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this right here back together, and this is done. So the hardware that came with the brake pedal here to mount it was very tiny Phillips head screws. I started to pre-drill them, but when I went to install those small screws, the head would snap off. So I just put on some self-tappers here, much thicker screw there, went right through, none of them broke. After you have the brake switch connected, go ahead and run the wires, positive and ground, to the batteries. On this golf cart here, someone previously put a DC to DC converter in here with a fuse block. You can barely see it right there. I went ahead and ran my positive there, and I ran my ground to one of those on the grounding block there. I've also installed the tail lights. That's the new LED tail lights on both sides. Well, there it is, guys. We are now finished here. It has 4 working headlights and tail lights. The tail lights now are LED tail lights. Before they were incandescent. Have the hazard lights going. Let's turn the headlights on. That switch turns the headlights on. So you have LED headlights. You have LED running lights. just want to run the headlights, you can. Headlights look pretty good. Running lights look good as well. Let's test the horn. Horn's pretty good as well. I'm not exactly sure if you guys can see the tail lights on his truck there. We're going to see if the brake light will illuminate off of it. Oh yeah. You can see how much brighter they get. There it is. We got the covers on there. They look good too. Remember that one had a big old hole out of it there. Easy install there. Windshield. Very easy install. I do like the fact that these hinges here clamp to the uprights. And I also like the fact that each piece of glass here bends in. It just adds strength to it as well. There it is, guys. That is the Yamaha G29 with some simple 10 LOL upgrades. I have links to everything that I did in this video below. Be sure to check them out. And if there's any other 10 LOL products that you guys would like for me to review and install, please let me know. Until next time, guys, we'll see y'all later.